Good afternoon, Math Dragons. Here is page 5 from your notebook. Least common multiple, notes and practice. I'd like you to pause the video for a moment and take down these notes, and we'll fill in the blanks together. Let's resume. Least common multiple, also known as LCM. This is notes and practice. I can find the least common multiple, LCM, between two or more numbers. Our word bank includes least common multiple, and multiple. A blank is the product of a given whole number and another whole number. A multiple is the product of a given whole number and another whole number. Check. A blank blank is a number that is a multiple of two or more numbers. It can help determine when two events will occur at the same time. A common multiple is a number that is a multiple of two or more numbers. And lastly, for this side, the blank blank blank, abbreviated as LCM, is the smallest multiple other than 0 that two or more numbers have in common. The least common multiple. You're doing great. The least common multiple, LCM, is the smallest multiple that two or more numbers have in common. Let's move on to practice problems. All right, I'm going to leave this here for a second so you can copy down the examples. So pause your video, take the notes, and then we'll resume. I'm glad you're back. So what we have here is we're looking for multiples. Multiples means skip counting. And that's just what we're going to do. Notice the pattern. 1 times 12, 2 times 12, 3 times 12. I'm going in order. So I have 1 times 12 is 12, and then 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, and 108. If you haven't done your 16s already, pause the video and try them out. All right, let's go over it. We've got 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, 96, 112, 128, 144. So when we go in order, 1 times 12, 2 times 12, 3 times 12, so on and so forth, what you've created here are multiples of the original number. Notice here, this is all times 12. That isn't changing. What's changing is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going in order. These are multiples of 12. We've done the same thing here. We're finding all the multiples of 16, so 16 stays the same. We're going in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have solutions to those. So this whole lineup are multiples of 16. Again, counting multiples, we should be increasing the amount. We should be going up when we're working with multiples. It's basically like skip counting. Let's zoom in on this a little bit closer. The next thing we need to identify are common multiples. Find where they overlap. When do they have the same number? And it doesn't have to be in the same place on the chart, just has to be the same result on the chart. For example, they each have 48. And then again, they each have 96. These things that they share, like this, that is where what we call common multiples. Multiples that they share, multiples that they have in common. They share 48 and they share 96. But one of these is more important than the other. The least common multiple is the one that comes first in the list that they have in common, the smallest one. So 48 is the LCM, the smallest one they have in common, least common multiple. LCM, least common multiple. Excellent work. So, some quick steps. When you do this, you have to list the multiples of each number. Sometimes they might give you 3 numbers. Second step, find the common multiples, like how the 48s match and how the 96s match. Then find the least common multiple. That's the smallest of the ones that were a match. So far, so good. All right, if you didn't get the real-life application problem down yet, you're going to want to pause the video and do so now. The newspaper club at Marshall Middle School meets every 6 school days. The math club meets every 8 school days. Both clubs will meet today after school. After today, when will both clubs meet on the same day again? So there's another way to do this. I'm going to show you another strategy. Some people like to use a Venn diagram. So this is one of those overlapping Venns. And on this side, we're going to do multiples of 6. That represents the newspaper club every 6th day. And this is going to be multiples of 8. Okay, let's think of some multiples of 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. Okay, good. Let's think of some multiples of, let's go one more just in case. 48. Let's do multiples of 8. 8, I'm skip counting, 16, 24, what else? 32, 40, 48. Okay, that looks good. In the middle, in the overlapping area here, that's where you're going to put the common multiples. So who do they have in common? Let's take a look. Let's see, 6, no, 12, no, 18, no, 24, yes. 24 goes here. What else do they have in common? 48. 48 goes here. Okay, so from the list we made, we can already see 2 common multiples. So we're off to a good start. Now we need to choose the smallest of the 2 common multiples. If you said 24, you are correct. So that means after school, after today, both clubs will meet again in 24 days. They'll meet at the same time again in 24 days. You've done an excellent job, Math Dragons. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you soon.